Hey everyone, I am your astrologer Brittany with Horoscope.com. Here are 3 things you need to know in order to make today, Sunday, December 16th, 2018, a success. Now the first thing I want to talk about is going to be right here where the moon is in Aries. When the moon's in Aries, it brings our attention to doing, acting, initiating, especially after a first quarter moon. Also to making things happen, especially the things that are important to us as individuals. It can also make us a little bit more passionate here with Mars in Aries, with the moon in Aries. Now, what's going on very, very early this morning, perhaps while many of us are sleeping, is that this moon in Aries is making a trine over here to Mercury in Sagittarius. What this can bring while we're trying to sleep, lots of thoughts, an active mind, lots going on in the mind here. We're thinking about a lot of things. What we could be thinking about here with the moon, with Mercury in Sagittarius, who we want to be, who we're becoming, the person we are, the person we once were, the person we're about to be, our new identity. Maybe even doing something else that excites us, that we feel more passionate about. Okay, I think we're just trying to work that out. If we're not thinking about these things and we're talking to others, conversations with other people about ourselves, who we are, what's going on in our life as we're changing chapters in a big way. After that happens, now around lunchtime, the moon's going to move further through Aries and make a trine over here to Jupiter in Sagittarius, which is very close to Mercury. And again, I like that. It's very positive. I think that can give a chance for you to start to feel better about your life, about the person you're becoming, to be a little bit more optimistic about what is going on, about who you are, about some of the choices and the decisions that you've been making lately as you move on some journey. A few hours after that, however, after lunchtime, this moon is going to make a square, though, to Saturn in Capricorn. So even though we are getting excited about our life, about who we're becoming, about maybe the choices we've been making, feeling a little bit better about those things, we could be feeling a little bit restricted with the square to Saturn. I think the question becomes, okay, now that we are launching forward on some new journey, starting to move forward again, doing something different with the square to Saturn, the question is, but how do I do this thing? In what way do I do it? We could want to throw a bunch of things against the wall, especially with Aries and Sagittarius. We could want to try anything. We could be so excited about our journey that we just want to launch forth. And Saturn is saying, it's good to get excited about your life. It's good to see yourself differently, see your situations differently, but you gotta do it right as you move forward. You gotta do everything in a strategic way with more planning, with lots of responsibility, and you have to think more long-term as we move in this new direction. That could be a little bit of the challenge. Okay, there could be some things as well that come up here with the moon also in a quincunx to Venus around the same time as well. We could be making a lot of changes in our life with relationships and money. We could be having a lot of deep feelings as well about relationships and money, and we just want to go, go, go. And I think it's good. It's good to go, but the main message that I want to leave you with today, it's good to go, but you got to make sure that you're thinking long term. You got to make sure that you're doing things the right way, and responsibly, so that things can down the road be the way that you want and need them to be, and so that you don't create some problems now that you might have to deal with a little bit later. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to talk about. The second thing I want to go to, maybe I'll go back here to Venus. Venus in the sextile to Saturn exactly today in the trine to Neptune. Even though we're very excited about life with the moon, we got a lot of passion in life that we may need to control a little bit. I do think things are looking good. Venus in a trine with Neptune, sextile with Saturn is very positive. Relationships and money are moving in the right direction. You're starting to get more confident in yourself, in your abilities. Maybe that's the challenge, is like things are starting to look good. We are getting more of a boost to act. I like what's happening. I think relationships and money can start to work in your favor finally. But it is just tempering the passion a little bit and thinking more seriously, again, that I'm seeing here that may be necessary. Now, the third and last thing I want to talk about is going to be right here. Where do I put my 3? The sun. The sun is starting to slowly come into a square here with Chiron in Pisces. And a trine with Uranus. So this is very interesting because the sun in a trine with Uranus, what that can bring is us wanting to break free, not being complacent anymore, tired of old patterns, old habits, old things. But even though we want to break free, the square to Chiron again can bring up some old situations that are difficult. I almost feel like we are caught in between two worlds. We're starting to see the new world, the new vision, our new life, our new identity. But maybe there are still some things from the past that we're trying to kick that are still lingering around. And so we're kind of like one step forward, one step backward, one step in one world, one step in another. And I really do believe this alignment is saying, look, you got to find a way to embrace your new life, to embrace your new identity, even if it's different than anything you thought you would ever be. Even if it's not what you thought you wanted a few months or a few years ago, you got to learn to move forward. And I think there could be some uncomfortable feelings that could come up with the Sun in a square to Chiron, but I think the trine to Uranus is saying you got to break them. The uncomfortable feelings, you got to break them. The habits from the past, you got to break them. The old things from the past that have been bringing you down, you got to break them. You got to move on. And I think if you can find a way to break those old habits from the past and to move on, to get excited about the new thing, but to do it in a disciplined kind of way, thinking more long term about what you truly need, about what eventually will fulfill you more, I think you're going to have lots of luck and lots of help to propel you in the direction you're meant to go in. So that is your daily planetary forecast for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you tomorrow.